Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video what we're really going to see is how to map the WebDriverIO into the TestRail. Okay, so this will help you like when you run like 1,000 tests or 100 tests, you cannot really pass the test cases manually, right? Every single time when you run the test cases. So that will really kind of more manual work. So this mapping will help you to update the results directly into TestRail by running a script. Like each scenario, when you run a script like each scenario here, it will update the status directly here in your TestRail. So that will help you to understand how many test cases pass and fail and everything. So in order to do that, we need to do some configuration part. Okay, so let's see the steps, like what are the things we need to do in order to map the TestRail into WebDriverIO. Okay, so first we need to install this one, npm install WDIO TestRail reporter. So this will take some time, but it will be completed very quickly, guys. So it is done now. The next thing what we have to do is we have to paste this code into the WDIO config.js file. Okay, from here. So this config part is already there in the WebDriverIO file, guys. So you can refer the same. I just updated few things. Okay, so here as you can see there are few details I've just hide out for the confidential perspective, guys, but I can tell you like what are the each thing represent. Okay, the first thing is it mentioned project ID. I mentioned 12 here, so let me see. So the project ID, which you can take it from your in your dashboard here. Okay, so here when you click this project, you can see it 12, right? So this is the project name, or you can see in the URL, this is the project name, project ID. Okay, so there are two places you can fetch it from your project ID. So that's the number you have to update here. The next one was the test suite. So each project have a number of test suite will be there. So you really need to map it. Okay, so here I'm just clicking this test suite. I have only one test suite, but you can see the number here. Yes, 52. The same number you can see the URL as well. Okay, here as well. So that 52 you have to update here. The next one was the domain. I just hide it here, but you can update accordingly in your first like .io. It will be ended right now, the domain name, so that you can mention a domain name here. The next one is the username. You can use whatever the user that you can have in your project, that you can use it like any user, it will work, guys. The next one was the API token. So this is the important, like whichever the user that you plan to use to execute the test cases, you have to use that API token. Okay, so to get that API token, all you have to do is just click your my settings over here. Okay, and then you can see API keys. Okay, so here right now it does not have anything because I used a different credential, but you have to click add key, and you can give some name like anything like web WDIO. Okay, and I just give like generate key. So as you can see, the key will be generated successfully. So you can just click add key. So you can do any number of keys, guys, so that will work. Okay, so but you have to copy that key from that what are the screen that just I show you, right? You have to copy that key and paste it here in the API token. Okay, the next one was run name. So this will indicate like which test run that you plan to execute. Okay, so for that again you have to go back to your project. Okay, so here test run, test results. So here I have 3 test run. So here I choose a specific test run as cycle 2 functional test. Okay, so that's the name I'm going to give. So here the one report, so true. So what this indicates is like whether you want to update the same test case again when you run the next time. So that for that reason you have to mention it true here. Okay, so this is very important, guys. Otherwise every time when you run executing the script, it will create a new it will create a separate test run. So you have to be very careful on this part. So you have to give true. The next one was include all. So this will indicate like whether you want to include all the test cases on the particular run, irrespective of whether you include in your automation or not. So that will help you. This true means, okay, if you mention false means like some people, they don't really create a manual, don't create a plan here like test run here. They just want automation script itself to create automatically a test run and then pull the test case every time when they run a script. They want to pull it a separate test case, whichever the test case only they run. So those cases, this will work when you mention as a false, okay, but in real time mostly everyone will give as a true. Okay, the next one was the reporter sync out time 30 seconds. So this will like when the result will be updated here, right? For that we just given time like 30 seconds. Okay, so this will pretty much will work. Okay, apart from this, there are one setting that you need to update. From the config perspective, you have to click the known modules here, okay, and click WDIO here. Here you can see TestRail report here, right? So you have to click this one, and then you have to click the build and API.js. So here you have to change again the timing. Here default was something different, so I was given 30 seconds. Okay, you have to give this number. So this will also will sync with it while updating your status here. Okay, so these are the main parts you need to update, okay, from the config perspective. The other one, what we need to do is we need to go to test suite, like which test run that you specifically want to run. Like example, like here you have a n number of test cases there. Okay, so this test case ID is what it will be always change, guys, whenever you create a new test run. So we should not pick this number. So what we should do is we should pick the test suite ID. Okay, so here I'm going to pick this scenario, this ID. So what you have to do is you have to just you paste it here, which scenario that you want to update the status when you run this particular test, and same for scenario 2. So I have two scenarios here in my project, so I'm going to copy it here, I'm going to paste it. Okay, so I think we pretty much done, I guess, with all the settings and mapping. Okay, so this is the test run which I'm going to run for the sample. Okay, so these test cases will be updated, okay, as per my test suite ID mapping. Okay, so let me recheck. Yeah, I think everything seems fine. So we run the script and then we see how it works. It's a very simple run, so we will see. First test case was run. Okay, so it's updating status. It started the second test. I run the intentional fail on the second test, guys, in order to verify the status. Okay, so the both test cases are run here, one passed and one failed, so we need to verify whether it's updating or not here. Okay, so here the total was 21. Okay, see, it's done. The first test case was passed, okay, and it mentioned all the logs here. We click this, we check the second test, it's showing everything, what's the mistake and everything. Okay, it says like the username was not found in the worksheet, so that's what got failed. So as you can see the log here itself, like why it got failed and everything. Okay, so as you can see here, the past test case also have so many logs, right? If we don't need it, when test case was passed, we don't need this number of information. Okay, so we can modify this as well. Okay, so what you have to do is you have to go to again the node module, in the node module folder. Okay, let me go through. So as you can see here, the TestRail reporter in the first you can see WDIO at that folder. Okay, and then you have to go TestRail reporter. Okay, and then you have to go build. So as you can see, reporter.js, click that one. So here it will show like what each test cases what kind of details need to display. Okay, so you can very well customize it as per your project. Okay, So for the past test cases, I don't want too much of logs. So what I can do is I will just copy this line. Okay, I will just remove this and I will comment the above line. Okay, so what we can do is we can just rerun the test. Okay, and then we can see whether the log is removed or not for the past test case now. Okay. Okay, I think 2 test runs has been done. So what we can do is we can refresh it again. So same status, like 1 pass 1 fail. We can click the pass now. See, as you can see, it is removed now. This test case is passed. Okay, so you can change this content as well. Okay, if you really wanted, you can change the comment here, everything. Okay, anything you can change it. Same for fail and everything. So but this details will help you to find the log. So as per your project, you can change it accordingly, guys. This will have no impact. Okay, so you can just comment it and everything. Okay, and so that's all, guys. I think we pretty much covered everything in this video what we try to achieve. So this will help you in a long run, like when you run 100 test cases, 200 test cases, you really don't need to go and pass each and fail test case by seeing the test result. Okay, so that's kind of more manual work, right? So this mapping, this integration part will help you to overcome that issue, guys. So if you like this video, please click the like button and click the subscribe button, and thanks for watching, guys, and thanks all.